Hi everybody, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome, welcome. How was everybody's weekend? I'm going to pull this up here and so I can share it. I'll give everyone a second for it to pop up into their feed. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to share. Okay. Hang on here. Let me try one more time here. Share. There we go. We're going to try that there. Now we'll try it. Now we're going. Good. Welcome. Okay. How is everybody? I wasn't sure if I was going to be here this week. As I said last week, I'm on vacation. This was supposed to be, I would have been in the air right now on my way to Europe for our European river cruise, but it got canceled, obviously. So my husband and I still decided to take one of the 2 weeks off. Let's see here. I'm trying to get my videos just kind of going and going. It's kind of spinning there. So let me see if I can get that. Okay. So we are hitting the road tomorrow. We're going to take a little trip, day trip down to Cleveland, go hit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I haven't been there since 2002, so I know a lot's changed, and it just opened today. So I'm excited that we're going to get that opportunity to go, get away at least overnight. So, okay. If you joined me last week, you saw this great card I made. Remember, if you like what you see and you share my video, you get a chance to win this card. And the winner for this one was Jessica Williams. So Jessica, I will get this card out to you. Remember, I'd made this background putting ink right on the embossing folder. And I really do like that. I'm going to use that again. I want to play with that again. So, I don't know what else. I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to put the phone up in the holder and show you what we're going to work on today. I hope you enjoy it. Hang tight while I put the phone up. If you're like me, you get a little bit of motion sickness, so I try to warn you ahead of time that I'm moving it. There we go. Okay. Let me see here. Try and get all my cords out of the way. There we go. I think we're good. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you, I've got this cute little frame that we're going to make all out of cardstock. Isn't that cute? I just love that. And the designer series paper that we're going to use, is the Flowers for Every Season designer series paper, and I'm absolutely in love with this paper. Of course, I was drawn to the sunflowers, being a girl from Kansas, so it was right up my alley. And there's another sunflower design in there, and I'll tell you what, I missed it. Had I seen that first, I probably would have done that, but I'll show you. So these are double-sided. So this is what's on the back of the green and yellow sunflowers. These are some of our new in colors. It's Just Jade, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider. This one's Misty Moonlight. That's what's on the back of that. This is the one, had I seen it, I would have used, but whatever. Sunflowers are sunflowers. So let me see. I just think these colors are gorgeous. And this really is all season paper because there is some in here that are more wintry. So I think it's great. It's a great set of, package of paper. Lots of versatility. And let's see. I like that too. I like that a lot. Let's look at what else there is here. That's on the back of that. Like, and again, that's the Just Jade, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee. There is some Poppy Parade in here, and the other one that's in here is the Misty. Oh gosh, I'm still not learning. Misty Moonlight. Yep, I'm still not learning all the names of them. Exactly right. See, here's a more wintry one. I like this. I love these tonal ones. Let's see. Here is this. Again, another wintry. Looks like some poinsettias. I think that's great. I like that one. And then, did I find there's a sunflower with a blue background. Did I show you that? I'm trying to find that. There it is, yeah. Yep, I think I did. I like that. So anyway, great pack of paper for lots of different ideas. So we're going to do another frame today. And this stamp set is the Ridiculously Awesome stamp set. I love these big, bold sentiments in it. It's great for being big focal points on projects. And I thought that this was just the right size. Now, you can see I use this is my sunshine, and I kind of cut it out freehand. And I did that because I wanted the flowers behind it to show, and I was afraid if I used a die cut or something, it was going to hide too much of the flowers. So that's why I just kind of freehand cut it, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So it's got some great sentiments. We're going to use let your faith be bigger than your fear in today's project, okay? So this is really easy. This starts out with, let me set this to the side here because I got to pull the cutter out, trimmer. It starts with an 8.5 by 8.5 inch piece of cardstock, okay? So, and then what you're going to do on each side, you are going to score it. I've done a couple of sides already just so to move it along. Going to score it at a 1/2 inch, scored at 1, 1.5, and 2. Now you can see over, I don't know if you can see it or not, here I actually put a score line in the wrong spot, and that's the part that's going to be on the inside of the frame. So I think what I might do, so it looks like it was meant to be there, when I get done doing all of these, I'm going to go put a score line in that section on the other sides. Then it'll just be on the inside and it'll look like it's meant to be there. I mean, probably nobody would notice it, but you know what? Why not? Whoops. Why not? So, and I've also seen this done with 8.5 by 11 paper, and you essentially use the same measurements here. And then I've also seen it done with 12 by 12. So I want to add that score line, an extra score line here in the third. Just pardon me for a minute here while I add my detail. That's at 1 1/4. So then at least it'll look like it was meant to be there. And you have to be very careful that you use your scoring blade and you don't use your cutting blade. Ask me how I know. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put that to the side for a second, and then we're gonna fold on the 1/2 inch score lines, not the extra one that I did. So, you know, and you want to use your bone folder so you get nice, crisp edges. This takes a minute. It's really is not very hard to do once you do a couple of them. I'll tell you, it took this sunshine one, that frame, that was my 3rd tray on the frame because I kept screwing it up, but that's okay. It's just paper. That's the great part of this craft is, if it doesn't work out, you get a piece of paper. Problem is my problems. You know what? I'm not folding. Yeah, I'm folding this the right way. Okay. You're supposed to fold into the mountains, toward the mountains. So anyway, problem was when I was making those other ones that my errors were in cutting, and I cut it too big. So then you know, there's no way to fix that, so I started over, but whatever. So, how is everybody doing? Did you have a great weekend? The weather here in Michigan's been beautiful. People are complaining about being kind of hot. I like it. I don't mind. But there's something out, the allergy, something out there's got me going. This is not usually a time when I have allergies, but okay, I don't think I did this side. Yeah, okay, I'm getting there, guys. Yeah, I was really drawn to those sunflowers. Being from Kansas, you know, they caught my eye right off, and that's why I grabbed that piece of paper. Didn't even dig further into the package to see the other piece of the other sunflowers. So, okay, so there we go. I've done all that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut these corners out, these squares right here, okay? And I would cut just to the inside of the score lines so that you don't have those bulky, you know, creases. There you go. Like this. Yeah, we gotta hit the road tomorrow at 6 a.m. And if you know me, I am not a morning person. I'd rather stay up till about 3 o'clock and sleep in till 9:30, but not tomorrow. But that's okay. I'll probably sleep in the car a little bit. I love to sleep in the car. I sleep really well. And the last corner here. Okay. Then we'll bring the trimmer back in and do the next step. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, so you can see what's going to happen is you're going to put adhesive. Oh, actually, the part where I did the extra scoring is going to show on that side. So that's good. I'm glad I went through and put them all, because then they'll all be the same. Okay, now what you have to do is on 2 opposing sides, just on 2 of them, you are going to, if these are a 1/2 inch, then you're going to go a 1/2 inch in from to here. Let me see if you can see. Let me pull this up here a little bit. I've got 1/2 inch right here. And this one you do want your cutting. Might as well use your cutter. Make sure I'm on the line. There we go. And this is going to help make, good grief. Come on, Denise. 1/2 inch there. Okay. And you're going to just go up 2 to the top of the second line, and you're going to cut it. And then you're going to do the same thing on the opposing side, the exact opposite side. Let me see here. And the great thing is our cutter has these little lines so you know exactly where to go. My problem is because I'm trying to look far away, I can't see it exactly, but it's close. Oh gosh, I did pretty good on that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, just on 2 opposite sides, not on all 4. That was the other mistake I made. Okay, so we're going to cut there. And cut right there. Okay, we are done with that part. Okay, that does not look, that looks like that might be a little bigger. Did I go a little bigger? Yeah, slightly. I think it'll be okay. And then on the third, when you cut this off, the third one you're cutting it in like that, and that gives you your nice mitered edge of your box like that, or of your frame. Okay, so we'll see how this looks. Yeah, I thought that where I made that extra score was going to be on that inside edge, but it's on the outside, so I'm glad I went around, and it's not much you can't fix in paper crafting, let me tell you. Okay, there we go. So now the next thing we want to do is put your designer series paper in there. Let me get a drink just a second here. Okay, and this inside here is 4.5 by 4.5. So I'm going to cut my, I chose this piece of paper. So I'm going to cut it at like 4 3/8, just slightly smaller. 4 3/8. And 4 3/8. You know, it doesn't have to fit exact because the frame will cover it up. But put that over there. This is so pretty. I love those blue flowers in there. It's funny. I wore a uniform to school for 12 years. And it was always some form of navy blue. I didn't wear blue. I didn't like blue for the longest time. I wouldn't wear anything except the only thing I'd wear that was blue was denim. So it's funny. Now it's changed. I wear a fair amount of blue. Okay, so you want to put that in there like that because it'd be hard to get that in there once you have your you know, your edges folded over. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to take your tear tape. Because this is a 3D project, you want to use some pretty strong adhesive. So tear tape and Tombow are the go-tos. Okay, on this. Push that down a little bit. Put this on here. See, because this is going to roll over, so this is going to be what will make the edge of the frame. Oops, almost put that on the wrong side. Okay. You'll do the long sides of the frame first. You'll see what I mean here in just a second. I like tear tape, but it takes a little longer to do. Okay, now the trick will be getting the adhesive off. I always like to burnish it down. I go over it real good. But I think this would make such a cute gift for someone, just to tell them you're thinking about them, or you know, something like that. So you're just going to, I've taken the backing off, just going to kind of roll that over, see, like that, and I'm just going to push that down. There we go. There's one side done. You could put a picture in there, you could put a Bible verse, you could put any kind of anything you want on the inside. Like I said, if you're doing this with an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, your side measurements are the same. They're 1/2 inches increments. If you're using a piece of 12 by 12, see, this is going to go right like that. Oh, I like that line. That actually is kind of cool. Then you're at 3/4 increments instead of 1/2 inch increments. So that's the biggest difference. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece off, and so that your edges, your corners stay, you put a little bit of, some people put the adhesive here. I'd rather just put it right, you got a little dot of this glue right here. There we go. Not much. Again, Tombow, a little bit goes a long way. But let me see here. I'm just kind of tucking this in. You need to hold it for just a second. There we go. Just kind of do a dry fit here, make sure it fits. The only thing is that with this extra score line I have on here, you want to make sure they match up. Otherwise, then it's a glaring example to where you messed up, but whatever. Okay. I'm gonna put a little dot of glue here. A little dot right there. Told you this really isn't easy, and like I said, the more after you do a couple, first one I would do it with scrap, you know, some scrap, maybe some old cardstock or something, just to make sure you've got it. Okay, I'm gonna hold that there for just a second. Am I lined up there? That one's lined up and that one's lined up. Whoops, I got a little bit of glue there, but that's okay. We can fix that. And there we go. Voila, the frame is done. Isn't that pretty? I'm trying to decide. I guess it kind of has a direction. I guess those are going that way. Okay. So I said that we were going to use the Let Your Faith Be Bigger Than Your Fear. I'm going to stamp that in the Magenta Madness. I love that I have my in color inks now. I die cut some pieces using one of the new dies, and I'm still struggling with names on them, but it's the one I know I used it last week on a card. So In Good Taste, it's part of the In Good Taste suite, I think it's called. Okay, let's do that. Perfect. Now, what I did was, on this You Are My Sunshine, I actually put 2 layers of dimensionals to make it pop a little more. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here on this one. Where's my dimensionals at? I think I'm going to put 3 spots, because, you know, we've got plenty of room. It's not like it's, you know, going to stick outside the size of the frame or anything. And then I'm going to just put these right on top of this, sticky to sticky. And it'll just be a little bit more, let me get one more here. You know, raised up. You can't see it. You can if you look close, but from where you're at, you're not going to be able to see that. So gives it a little more depth. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to put this right in here. Look at that. There we go. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. I love that. Like I said, I saw someone that did it. My upline did this, and she did it with Bible verses, and I thought that was really cute. Okay, and then on this one, I just added a little flower. I thought it needed a little zhuzhing up, so I used the small daisy punch, and I think that's like the 1/2-inch circle for the center, and again, that's bumblebee, and that's cinnamon, what's that called? Oh, shoot. Cinnamon cider. So I thought, I pulled out some scraps of Designer Series paper from the colors that are in here. I don't want blue because blue is the frame, so I pulled out some poppy. This is the bumblebee, and this is the marvelous, or Magenta Madness. I keep wanting to call it. And I thought, and this is the little small bloom punch that was part of Celebration, but is also in the new catalog. And thought we could maybe put some flowers on this. I don't know what I'm going to use, if I'm going to use them all. Maybe, ouch, I just pinched myself with my punch. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put these yet. I could put them kind of like this, or I could put them inside. You know what I think I might do is just kind of put them on the corner like that. Bend them up just a little bit. Then I'm going to use some of the in color enamel dots for the centers of these, but I think I'm going to attach them first. I'm going to use a little bit dab of glue here, of Tombow glue. Put right on there. Put that one there. Put that one there, I think. I don't want to put any more height because, you know, this is already a 1/2-inch thick. But, whoops. But, you know, I might need actually, these might need to be a little on small dimensionals. That might actually be better. since they're overlapping a little bit. Let me do that. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta wing it, huh? So they're gonna stay on there. Let's see. Okay, we'll do it like this. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so in the middle of the magenta, okay, the middle will be yellow. I think I'm going to put a blue one. A little enamel dot right there. Just because it mimics what's here. Now the red one has a, or the Poppy Parade has a blue center on it too, but I want to use something different. So let's go with I'm going to use a Magenta Madness on this one. I'm going to stick with the colors in here. And let's see, I guess I could use, I'm going to use a yellow one, the Bumblebee on there. And there we go. That really is all there is to it. Look at that. I think those are pretty cool. So let me know what you think. Which one do you like better? Remember, if you like what you see and you share it, you get a chance to win my project from tonight. If you're local, you can get the project. If it's something I have to mail, I'll probably just make you a card using those colors and that sentiment, because it would be too hard to mail this. But I really do appreciate if you would, if you like it, share it with your friends. And I hope you like this project. I just thought it was a cool, easy, fun. You know, people would never believe you made a frame out of cardstock. Easy, easy. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stampin' with Denise. Y'all take care now. Bye-bye. Thank you.